Hello, thank you for joining me for this new and exciting tips tutorial on the 2 times 2 times 4. Let's get started. So I'm going to show how to solve these two layers here, because sometimes this can be difficult or a little challenging to figure out how to do this. So I want to show you easy step-by-step method how to solve the two layers here. Once you do have this cuboid, the 2x4, back in like this shape here, because it shape shifts, like it goes like all different directions, like that. So once you have it like this, what you want to do is, if you don't have a blue piece here, bring it down like, like an example, like you could bring it down like that. So something like that. So you want to first start off, have a blue here and an orange on this layer here. Next, you want to look for the red and blue like this. There's another one like this where it's blue and red, but you don't want it like that, because if you do try to solve it like that and put it here, it's going to be backwards. So you want it where this red and blue is like this. It's like opposite. It's not going to match, but once you do the move, it will flip and line up. So we do this first. Start with the right side. We're going to do a right, then an up. So you do a right, up, another right, then we do an up invert going that way, then another right. So we have the orange and blue here, and the blue and red came here because we had it right here. So now it flipped, came down here. And so what we do is we look for the next one. The red, it'll be red and green. It's not this one, because even though it looks like it belongs there, that's not the right one. So we circle this around, see if we have it. If we don't, it's right over here actually. So what we could do is just, because it's right here, you could just turn it up like this. So it's right here. So you bring it up over here. So we got it right because it's backwards, green and red. We need the red and green like that. So we do the same move again. Right, up, another right, up invert like that, another right. So it did flip. It went in, it matches red and green, and we have the blue and red. It matches across, and we got one more for this layer. We look for the green and orange. So same thing. If you got it like this, you don't want that, because it's not gonna line up. So we just circle around till we find it. Here's the orange and green, and we do the same move. Right, up, do another right, up invert, and a right. So now if we look around, our first layer that we're trying to solve is solved all the way around. So next on top, on this layer that I wanted to show, see if you have a pair. If you don't have a pair, it's okay. That's no problem. But I do happen to have a pair. So if you have whatever color pair you have, if it's like the same as this, like a red and red or a blue and blue, just line it up with this layer here that's already solved with the same color like that, matching, and you put it on the left side here like that, and we'll do this move. We're going to start with a right and then an up again. So you do right, up, right, up invert, another right, another up invert like that. Then on this layer, we're going to do a down going that way, like that. You do another right, another up invert, another right, like that, and then an up, then a right. So what happened is it did happen to get solved. Normally, like it does solve it, but it doesn't solve the whole puzzle usually. But it did solve this layer completely. So like an example, I'll show you really quick. Okay, so same thing, like I said, on this second layer here that we were just solving, you know, now it's a different color for a pair. Sometimes you won't have, sometimes you will not have a pair. So if you don't have a pair, then you do that same move I just showed like this, where, you know, because there'll be no pairs. And then once you do that move, it will build a pair. So you just do the same move I showed just a minute ago. You do the right, up, right, up invert, right, up invert, and then this layer you do down. You do a right, up invert, right, up, and then a right. So it did solve it, but I'm just showing for, it did solve it all the way around, but I'm just showing for example, because sometimes there'll be no pair. You just do that same move and it will build a pair. Then once it builds the pair, you line it up with whatever color it matches, the pair on this layer, you line it up there. And then you do that same move again, and then it'll switch these two. You know, this side will already be solved because you have the pair, and then it'll switch these two so that this layer is solved. So I just want to show that so you have an idea on this, how to do that. And yeah, just my recommendation, if you ever get a chance, try out this puzzle. It's actually really fun. You know, once you learn it, it's a really good time. It's a lot of fun. It's not hard. And another thing to note is this is not a speed puzzle, especially if you're shape-shifting it and you're trying to do the moves. This is a little bit fragile puzzle, like especially because it's a cuboid and it goes all different directions like that. So you could catch a little bit like that. It goes all different directions, so you could catch. So this is really not a speed puzzle. So I don't recommend going fast when you do it. Like when I just do the solves and I'm enjoying it, I just do it slow like this. Like that. I just do the move slowly because I had one before and the piece popped out, then the other pieces popped out, and I had to buy a new one. So, because I couldn't put it back together because it's just the way it is and I just couldn't fit it. But I bought a new one, so that's the point. So just a recommendation, try not to speed solve it, go real fast because it will pop, and sometimes more than one piece. So it might pop a couple pieces and then it's hard to get back together. So it's really not worth speed solving. So yeah, thank you for joining me for this tips tutorial on the 2x2x4 cuboid. I'll have the information in the description below if you want to try it out. It's the Whit Eden 2x4. It definitely moves good, but I'm just saying, like, it's not a good idea to speed solve it because, you know, I've had two other ones and both of them popped. So over time, and I wasn't really going fast, but it's just, I was going a little faster than normal. So now I go slow and I don't have that problem anymore. So, so yeah, thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. It's Saturday here in Chicago. Have my McDonald's coffee, McCafe. I have plenty left and I'm loving it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll be happy to answer you. So yeah, thank you for watching and happy Saturday, everyone. Have a great day.